What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Quest Legends. This is the Slums Project. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that is important. I think it's part of our history in New York City. Growing up, I always heard about a lot of hustlers and players in the game, and one of them is Azie Faison. Azie Faison was so popular that a rapper from Brooklyn named himself after him. That's how much influence Azie Faison had. Now, the reason why I'm speaking about AZ is because he's one of the biggest hustlers and the most known hustlers in New York City and throughout the world. People all over the United States, people know about AZ because of the movie Paid in Full, and just hearing about him. That's how big he was. You hear about Alpo, aka Alberto Martinez. You hear about Rich Porter. These are hustlers in the late 80s, late 80s, early 90s, right? You heard about these guys. And a lot of new information about these guys have came out. Now, everybody knows about Alpo snitching on Wayne Perry and that whole Washington situation, how that went down. But what people didn't know was Alpo was also allegedly snitching on other hustlers in the game. One of them being Kevin Chiles. Okay, Kevin Chiles recently, last week, had an interview on Flex, and he was bringing out a lot of information about his case and about Alpo, Rich, and Azie Faison, right? One of the things he was saying was, he said he was being investigated for about 2 years, from 1992 to 94, from the feds. He had got booked November 1st, 1994, on 118th Street and 5th Ave in Harlem. Excuse me. And he was charged with CCE 848, continued criminal enterprise. Right? And he says that he discovered in his case, because he said he had 2 mistrials, and he said he discovered that because he decided to fight his case and not take a life or 25 years, that some people was cooperating with the government, and Azie Faison was one of them, along with Alpo and a guy named Charles Allen Brown. Now Charles Allen Brown, aka Chuck, was in Kevin Chiles' circle from his testimony, right? He also took the stand and pointed out Kevin Chiles. He also received paperwork, according to Kevin Chiles, from Azie Faison, which was provided by Alpo. It was certain crimes that was done allegedly by Kevin Chiles that Charles Allen Brown brought out to the jury. Now, Charles Allen Brown had a 5K1. A lot of people, for those who are not familiar with a 5K1, it's a code which a person can cooperate with the government in helping convict another individual, which was Kevin Chiles. And in exchange for his cooperation, he will get out a lot sooner than the person that's convicted, way sooner, very early. So he provided them with information. Now, if he doesn't cooperate, he agrees to serve 25 years in jail. But this man, Charles Allen Brown, cooperated. He, aka Chuck, he was also in a documentary by Azie Faison, which is crazy. Now, since all of this went down, AZ went on Facebook and, he kind of spoke and said his piece about it. He basically said to Kevin Chiles, if I was snitching or I was a government informant, show the paperwork. So everybody now wants to see proof if Azie Faison snitched, because I guess from my hearing, it's the first time somebody has said Azie Faison is a snitch. I never heard that Azie Faison was a snitch, informant, none of that. I always heard that Alpo was the snitch, along with other people, right? So this is some new information that came out, and people want Kevin Chiles to present that. We all know Kevin Chiles is the owner of Don Diva magazine. Don Diva magazine has a lot of different good content. It's one of the biggest people would say urban magazines around. One of the biggest. It's been standing for some time. And this brother is successful. He came out, he did his time, he fought, and he's doing his thing. He got a good team and he's doing his thing. But this new information that he brought out had a lot of people like, wow, Azie Faison told. So everybody looking for the paperwork, man. And this is deep because, like I said, I grew up in New York City and I heard about a lot of stories surrounding these guys, like Azie, Alpo, Rich, and Kevin, and along with other people, because they wasn't the only hustlers out of Harlem and the Bronx. Kevin Chiles is from the Bronx, but he got people's like family and stuff in Harlem. So that's why he was in Harlem and different things like that. Harlem and the Bronx is very close anyway. It don't take long to get to the Bronx. I've driven over a bridge, a small bridge, and I was in the Bronx just like that. So it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about, this topic. We know about the Paid in Full movie. We know it had some answers and hidden messages, but we didn't know it didn't have everything. It takes more than one person to fully bring out the whole entire truth. So y'all let me know what y'all think. This is Quest Legends from the Slums Project. Subscribe.